All right, Shalom. First things first, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushai, Bashim, Rakar, Badash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone, and to you brothers on the four corners of the planet Earth that's enduring, keeping faith, keep pushing, keep strong. We're at the end of this thing. We're almost getting ready to taste the kingdom. So this video right now, I'm going to title it Esau's Nest, okay? Because the apostle always brings this out that Esau has placed weapons on outer space, man, to try to combat Yahushai when he returns, on his return. That's going to be his first line of defense, as it may seem. All right, because this man thinks that the Lord is just he's going to come out. Of course, he's going to come out of the sea, you know, which is outer space. But they're going to try to hinder that and fight against him. That's why if you read in Second Ezra 13, that's a vivid description of what's going to take place. But I found this video, and I just looked. I don't know if brothers have done videos. I'm sure, you know, because brothers is diligent. Hey, but I just wanted to put another take to it. It was on my mind at work, and I was watching the video, and it just stayed in my mind. You know, one of those ideas you get for a video and it doesn't leave you. So I pretty much, I was like, yeah, I got to put this one down. So as you can see here, this is a video I found. It's called the Pax America, the Weaponization of Space. Okay, because we're seeing Esau's preparing for something, because he has the planet Earth. These other nations don't have the means to go at Esau, man, at all. So who is Esau really preparing for? He's preparing to fight the Yahweh Shem Yahushai on his return, man, to take over the planet Earth and set it back in righteousness, man. All right, so let me start off with the scripture first, so we can get the where the motivation came for the video. It's the book of Obadiah 1 and verse 4, and it says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." And all I did, I went into the word nest, okay? The word nest is Quan, all right? Quan, and it says nest of birds, cells, like the nest of Noah's Ark, okay? And then I went to the root word, which is Quan an, and it says to make a nest, to be nested, okay? And being nested, let's look up the word being nested real quick. The word there is, it says nest, to be nested. It says a place used by insects, fish, turtles, rabbits, etc. to deposit their eggs or young, okay? But the main thing, if you go into that word nest, right, and this is in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, if we go down to the word nest, it says a place of rest, retreat, or lodging. Grown children who have left the nest. And then, but if you come down to the definition of 6, it says an in place group of weapons. See that? An in place group of weapons. And so I looked up the word in place. Let's let this play.
In place.
Yep, in place. And the word there meaning to put into position, missiles in place around the city. So this is saying that though thy in place or place weapons in outer space, in the heavens, okay, you emplace them or you nest them, because that's a collection of weapons. All right, so now let's read it as is. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest, thy in place group of weapons, okay, among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video. I got certain points in the video I want to actually bring out because it's a long video. So, but the point's gonna hit here. So I'm gonna play a few clips out of here, and then I'm gonna get into the scriptures.
I cadet the Air Force Academy. I graduate in 44 days, and I'm just hoping to do my part to make sure that everyone here can enjoy their freedoms.
I'll skip forward a little bit.
The United States, and particularly its intelligence services, worry about an attack on the United States that is not nuclear weapons, that is not chemicals, that is not biological, but is technological.
Global communications are embedded in our daily lives, miles above our heads, beyond our awareness. Satellites manage our hyper-connected society. If you look at space, lots of times you think about the Hubble telescope. Space race was on.
News flash to the long-awaited event. America has her satellite in orbit.
How would nations legislate this new realm?
Well, I joined the American Diplomatic Service in 1958, and I was assigned to the United Nations Political Office, and I was 22 years old. I was the youngest Foreign Service officer in the State Department, and they said, why don't you handle the multilateral aspects of our space program? We just put our first satellites into space, and they said, you're in charge. And I said, you've got to be kidding, I'm only 22, and they said, that's your job.
Today, outer space is free. It is unscarred by conflict. No nation holds a concession there. It must remain this way.
Nothing was settled when we started. For instance, who owns outer space? Who owns the moon? Who owns Mars? Was it the situation like Columbus discovering the New World? And he says, I lay claim to America
In the name of the King and Queen of Spain.
Could we do that? Could the Russians do that? So that was a big question. And the other question is, are we going to use outer space for peaceful purposes or for military and aggressive purposes?
We must develop new concepts which enable us, let's say something like 10 years from now, to land parties on the moon, to decide whether we want to have a base on the moon for scientific or military purposes. And
we thought to ourselves, can't there be one part, one sector that is free of weapons? But when it got to the peaceful uses question, I ran into the Department of Defense, and they said, no, we don't want to give up the idea of putting weapons into outer space.
See that?
We'll go along with
So
not having weapons of mass destruction.
So they've been plotting for a long time to establish this weaponization of space. This is not some new concept that came along. They've been doing it and working on it for many years. That's why I wanted to start the video around this area, so I can set the tone that ESAU has been plotting on this for a minute, man. All right, because they know that something's coming, and they've known for a while, man. The higher up elites, because all these are puppets on a string. They're getting pulled from the higher up, man. The shadow government.
Outer space, but we're not going to sign on a treaty where we can't put up weapons. I lost. The State Department lost. The Department of Defense won. And we ended up with a treaty, the 1967 treaty, which said you can't orbit weapons of mass destruction, but it did not prohibit other weapons.
World leaders, compelled by the influence of the Defense Department, endorsed the militarization of space. Nuclear weapons were now banned from space. But on Earth, they were proliferating.
With both sections of this divided world in possession of unbelievably destructive weapons, mankind approaches a state where mutual annihilation becomes a possibility. Earth satellites, in themselves,
Alright, I'm gonna skip
have
around.
no direct present effect upon the nation's security.
He'd committed to Star Wars. As the U.S. became the sole superpower, the Pentagon maintained its plan to use space weapons against
So that's how we
enemy
know
attacks.
that's because they got because the book of Obadiah was written about the nation of Edom, okay, of Esau, Ishashua. That's how we know that this man is Edomites, because they're fulfilling the book of Obadiah by putting their nest, their weapon stockpile in outer space. The Japhet's not doing that. Ishmael ain't doing that. These other nations have a small fingerprint when it comes to setting up weapons on outer space, man. Okay, so that's how you gotta pinpoint. Just like we match the curses, Esau matches the prophecies of that in this Bible, man. All right.
Star Wars resurfaced in the early 21st century under a new name: missile defense.